Welcome back. Today we are diving into an interesting algorithmic problem known as reverse pairs. This is often considered a hard problem because a simple solution is not efficient enough for large datasets. We will break it down step by step. First, let's define the problem clearly. We are given an integer array called nums. We need to find the number of pairs of indices, I and j, such that I is less than j. But the value at I is strictly greater than 2 times the value at j. This is a specific type of inversion. Let's look at this array, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1. We need to check pairs where the first number appears before the second number. For example, look at the pair 1 and 4. The value at index 1 is 3. The value at index 4 is 1. 3 is greater than 2 times 1, so this counts as a reverse pair. We do the same for index 3 and 4, which also satisfies the condition. In total, we have 2 reverse pairs. The most intuitive way to solve this is using a brute force approach. We can use 2 nested loops. The outer loop picks the first element, and the inner loop checks all subsequent elements. If the condition is met, we increment our count. However, this method has a time complexity of O of n squared, which is too slow for large arrays. To solve this efficiently, we can use the divide and conquer strategy, specifically merge sort. The idea is to split the array into 2 halves, solve the problem for the left and right halves recursively, and then count the reverse pairs that span across the 2 halves during the merge process. This allows us to achieve a much faster time complexity. Here is the high-level plan. Step 1, recursively split the array into left and right halves. Step 2, solve the problem for both halves independently. Step 3 is the most critical part. We count the reverse pairs where the first element is in the sorted left half and the second element is in the sorted right half, and then we merge them. Let's visualize the counting step. Suppose we have a sorted left half containing 4, 6, and 8, and a sorted right half containing 1, 2, and 3. We use 2 pointers, I and j, because the arrays are sorted. If a number in the left half satisfies the condition with a number in the right half, all subsequent numbers in the left half will also satisfy it. This allows us to count multiple pairs at once. Here is the code logic for the counting phase. We iterate through the left half with pointer I for each I. We advance the pointer j in the right half as long as the condition holds. The number of valid elements in the right half is simply the difference between the current j position and the start of the right half. We add this to our total count. Why do we go through all this trouble? The brute force method takes quadratic time, which will likely result in a time limit exceeded error on coding platforms. The merge sort approach, however, runs in O of n log n time. The counting step is linear, so it doesn't increase the overall complexity class of the standard merge sort algorithm. To wrap up, remember that the reverse pairs problem is a variation of the classic inversion counting problem. By leveraging the sorted property within merge sort, we can reduce the complexity significantly. Also, always be mindful of integer overflow when multiplying numbers by 2. Casting to a long integer type is a good practice.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.